Welcome back to another video. It's Bradford v Crewe Alexandra match preview, preliminary score predictions and thoughts going into a game in the comments down below. It's a huge game because on Saturday that performance was nowhere near good enough, and it wasn't good enough because we didn't even have that style of play. We didn't go 1-0 up, so we couldn't do our defensive football that always fails when you go 1-0 up, and then we didn't control the game at all. Hopefully we've moved on from it now. I think Mark Hughes give players a few days of the week off. They didn't turn up Sunday, which isn't unnormal, and then I think Monday give them off as well, and then I'd expect them to have been training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now travelling today on Friday. I'm sorry if it's a day late as well, the preview, normally it's a Thursday, but let me know your thoughts on that as well. But I think it was a good choice by Hughes because although we're only a few weeks into a season, and obviously they had all summer off and at the pre-season camp, I think it's good that they just went away, fresh their minds. Obviously we've heard Harry Lewis coming out talking about how he struggled with the playoff semi-final defeat against Carlisle. I don't know where you stand on that, because it's good to see that players are emotional to the club and care about the club, but that can be seen as a bad thing because a lot of players aren't, and they won't feel that same emotion that Harry Lewis has felt. But maybe that's his poor performances to start the season. Maybe he's feeling too much weight on his shoulders. But on about weight on his shoulders, we will have to appoint a new captain for tomorrow, because there's no way Richie Smould can play on Saturday afternoon. Into a past and presents then, I've gone with Kelvin Mellor as one. Obviously played against us last season, and if I remember rightly, I think he clapped us when we were booing him, but we were right to have his abysmal performances. Clayton Donaldson also played for them in the early 2010s, and Vidane Oliver, who is still injured, did have a few seasons at Crewe Alexandra early on in his career. The key players then, Mickey Demetriou for me is a very key player for Crewe. Not only his goals that he scored early on in this campaign, but also what he contributed to Newport over the few seasons. He's a warrior at the back and he's a very good defensive player who probably should be playing at a higher level from Crewe. No disrespect to Crewe, but I think what he did at Newport for so many seasons, you'd expect him to be towards the top end of League Two, or maybe not League One, but definitely towards the top end of League Two. I do rate him very highly. Jack Powell, it's tough because Crewe are a very decent all-round team, and that's why I think they'll probably come below mid-table. He's very decent. And Harvey Davis, only 19 years of age, 20 saves this season compared to Harry Lewis's 8, and he's got around a 71% save percentage, makes around 5 saves per game, and that says a lot about Crewe's defence in many ways, that they're quite open and easy to get through, but then you've got to get through Harvey Davis, the goalkeeper, so he's had a very good start to his campaign. Into the last 5 results then, I've drawn 2-2 against Mansfield Town, coming back from 2 goals behind after Mansfield player got sent off. Very good, resilient performance there. In Swindon's first game of the season, away for Crewe, they drew 2-2. I think they came back from behind again in that one. Previous to that, in the Carabao Cup, which I completely skipped out, they drew against Sunderland 1-1 and won on penalties, which is a very good result against a very, very good side in Championship. And then they beat Newport County 4-2 and then drew 2-2 to Walsall. So they love a Desmond. We can expect from Crewe then, like I said, they're a very resilient side. They love coming back from behind, and we love to, when we go 1-0 up, we love to sit back and defend that 1-goal lead. So that won't work, Hughesy. Hopefully he realises that. They'll get the ball down and play. They're not afraid to do that, but more likely against us to hit on the break and probably sit a bit deeper than normal, I'd imagine. Into our last 5 results. First game of the season was a 1-0 defeat to Crawley. 10 men, Oyegoke got sent off. Then we drew to Accrington Stanley 1-1, but beat them 4-1 on penalties. Beat Colchester in our first home game of the season 2-1. Drew against Stockport 1-1. And lost 3-0 against Morecambe. We've only lost 2 games at home in 2023. We're now unbeaten in 9 home games, I think. So if we can continue that, there's optimism. But the problem is the recent results away from home. The momentum coming in this game is not very good. So the atmosphere is not going to be up there, and you can expect that because the atmosphere in the first 20-30 minutes against Morecambe were fantastic. And that's when you can say, well, it's not on the fans, because they're backing the team 100%, and the team go and perform like that. Darren Drysdale's a referee, of course, and we all know his record against us and the terrible decisions. You think that it might change, he might actually turn out to be a good referee one Saturday, and it never is. And I've watched some of his performances against other sides as well, and it isn't just against us, which I'm glad to say, but he's got an abysmal record against us. So going into head-to-heads then, from 2013 to 2016, we were 6 games unbeaten against Crewe. A change of manager and a change of scenery for everything involved with Bradford City. We're now winless in our previous 3 games against Crewe. The last time we played, which was on that Wednesday last season, 3rd of May I think it was, 3-2 defeat, Dan Adry ripping Sam Stubbs apart. That was our 100th game against Crewe. This is our 101st game against Crewe. We have won 43 of those matches, drawn 20 of them and lost 37. So a very mixed bag of results. No one really coming out on top. So into a starting 11 then. Who do you pick from that last Saturday? I'm just going purely, if I were the manager, you do the same in the comments down below. Who would you pick? Who's the best 11 coming into this fixture? Lewis in goal, I don't see why we'd change him for anyone. I do believe that he will come good. You know, I think it's inevitable that Lewis will just hit a patch of form where he then gets a bit of confidence from that and then he's back to being Harry Lewis. And same with Andy Cook, and I think it could be more so with Lewis when the transfer window's over. I'm going to be playing, a lot of you will love this, and would absolutely die for Mark Hughes to announce that we're playing this formation on Saturday. 4-4-2, and I'm against it, but there's a course for it, I think, and Saturday's that sort of time where I think you go for it, you know, because sitting back's just going to turn the fans against you. Playing possession-based football in your penalty box is going to turn the fans against you. You're going to make mistakes playing that way. I think just get it to the wide areas, get crosses into a box to Andy Cook, and we will win that game. It is that simple, and I think we've been overcomplicating it. But obviously, we won't do that. We would have had to have been working on it for a long time to enable us not to get overrun in midfield. But I've gone with Aladdin right back, steady Eddie, not going to make any mistakes, get how you go, count the team mainly. Platt, Odesina as the 2 centre-backs. I think it's Crewe or Odesina hadn't even been on the bench for any of the League 2 games, I'm pretty sure. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't recall seeing him on the bench for the League 2 games this season. And his recovery pace would be vital if we play that sort of system. I know he's not as good in a 2 than he is in a 3, but we haven't even played him in a 3, which says a lot about Mark Hughes. Matty Platt, again, like Halliday, very consistent, ain't going to put a foot wrong, and he's a type of player who, when you're in a bad patch of form, you need those sort of players in your team who aren't going to do anything stupid, aren't going to make any mistakes. And for me, I wanted to put Sam Stubbs in there, but his bad run of form don't warrant a place in the team, in my opinion. Richards in left back had a good debut. When you look at that performance, no one really came out with their head held high, maybe apart from Richards, because it's his debut. He put a bit of effort in, track back on that left side and put some good crosses in, so I'm hopeful that he can continue that. Into an X4, I've got Poynton on the right side. I think he's vital. I think he's got to start. I don't see a world where Bobby Poynton can't start this game. Came off the bench, give energy, give commitment, give passion, and he gives us a bit of quality. You know, you don't normally see that from such a young player from your academy who comes on and you expect the passion, the desire, the commitment. Those are standard anyway in any football match, but in terms of from a youth player coming in, that's what you expect, but you don't really expect the technical quality that he's possessed in pre-season and to the start of this season as well. So for me, he's a must start on that right side. McDonald and Patterson as a midfield too. McDonald can read the game well, Patterson's a bundle of energy. Poynton is, this is the controversial pick, and don't shoot me, it's just my opinion, and I'm just going from my team who I'd pick for this game. I couldn't really see a world where Odra plays on the left or Smith. You know, Odra, he does want to go in the forward areas more, and he didn't have a particularly good couple of games, so I would just take him out the side and bring him back in maybe Tuesday night. I want this man to get a one in the team. I don't think he started since the first game of last season. He's had a bad spell. He's been abysmal, I'll be honest, but I think maybe he's playing in the wrong position in central midfield. I think in this role, it might help him more with the defensive responsibility, but also the licence to go forward in that left midfield position. You can flip Poynton and Osadebe round, but that's who I'm going with, Osadebe in that position. Like I say, it's a very rogue shout, but I don't really want to pick Odra. Smith's not a left winger. I want him to be playing up top with Cook, so I'm going Smith and Cook up top. I think they need to start playing as a front 2 partnership. I think they complement each other really well. They need to start understanding each other and playing that front 2. Whether we do go back to a 3-5-2 later on in the season, you've got that option of them two linking up well. If you do go and play with a diamond, you've got them two linking up well. You know, there's different two up top formations, but I want to see us go for it. And I think that team, it does provide energy. You're not going to get overrun if your midfielders come inside and your wingers stay wide to protect those wide areas. You've got the recovery pace of Odesina. McDonald's a good read with the game, like I say, Patterson, Poynton, and I think Odesebi will provide energy. I think Osadebi's a trier. When he plays, he gives effort, but he's just not got much quality. But I think that might come with a win of games. Just my opinion. Maybe I'm deluded. And then Cook and Smith up top, like I say. Want to see them combine. Want to see us win. Want to see us go on the front foot. And I want to see us put maximum. If we lose, we can accept that as a fan base. But what we can never accept, and no fan base, to be fair, can never accept, is a group of 11 professional players never putting an ounce of passion in. We want to see, commitment from the off. We want to see flying tackles. We want to see a team of leaders. And we want to see a team that's committed to the badge and a team that wants to put on a show for these fans, because we deserve more in recent years. I'm going to go with a 3-2 City win. I think if we do play on the front foot, exciting, entertaining football, and Crewe turn up as well, I think it could be a one for the neutral. But hopefully we'll come away with a big 3 points. Hopefully our home form continues, and hopefully we can turn the corner and actually kickstart this season. Like the video, let me know your team that you would select if you were the manager in the comments down below. Let me know your score predictions. Subscribe if you're new. We're 8 subscribers away from 200. All the support's massively appreciated. Have a good one.